Okay, right, everyone. It is official. Erik Ten Hag is officially the new Manchester United manager. And I mean, first of all, for me personally, I am so tremendously excited by this. It has obviously just officially been released, the statement that Erik Ten Hag has said. It is a great honor to be appointed manager of Manchester United, and I am hugely excited by the challenge ahead. I mean, I'm just, my mind is blown at the moment. Obviously, we've been linked to the likes of Ten Hag for quite a while now. So the fact that it has officially happened, especially after, well, let's call it quite a bad week for Manchester United fans. Yeah, I think it's quite a relief as a Manchester United fan to hear it. Obviously, he'll only take charge of Manchester United as of next season, so we're still stuck with Rolf for the remainder of the season. Not like we're going to achieve too much anyway, not like we still have any saving grace at this point in time, but obviously it is a relief knowing that we are going to get a good solid manager next season. I mean, I feel like it's been quite a while as a Manchester United fan since we've actually gotten a proper manager, in-demand manager, if you want to call him that. I mean, obviously, I wasn't around before the Sir Alex Ferguson time, because obviously when we had Sir Alex, one of the best managers in the world, but I feel like ever since that era ended, it's been a long time since we've gotten an in-demand manager. Obviously, Jose Mourinho, brilliant CV, but obviously, I mean, hadn't been performing great. I mean, he'd been sacked at every single job before that, it seems. Obviously, the likes of Louis van Gaal, similar to him. I don't know whether he was an in-demand manager at the time. Obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, absolutely no experience. Ralf Ragnick, I mean, once again, I had nothing I expected from him. So to get a manager like Ralf Ragnick for the next 3 years, an option to extend it another 12 months, it is a huge relief. I believe this is a major step heading in the right direction. Obviously, I mean, just looking at the likes of Erik, I mean, some of the things he's achieved. Obviously, he was the manager who helped take Ajax to that semi-final in the Champions League where they lost to Tottenham Hotspurs. You know, that team that had the likes of Ziyech, De Ligt, De Jong, Donny van der Beek, which, can we talk about that aspect? I mean, we're finally probably going to see Donny van der Beek when he comes back on loan from Everton. Once again, it's the simple things and it's the small things that make a difference. Now that we've got a proper, solid manager at Manchester United, it's been confirmed. I think things are truly going to change. I mean, we've seen some odd decisions being made over the last few years. I mean, such options such as players not performing, they're being favourites in the club. Like you look at your Marcus Rashford, who's been a favourite at the club. The club always feels like they need to fit in a player like him. But yet you've got a player like Jesse Lingard, who was brilliant last season on loan at West Ham, yet we still didn't give him a chance. I've got a feeling that things are going to change from now on, that Erik isn't going to manage in a similar manner. He's not going to have his favourites. I feel like this is a solid manager who's going to do the best for the team. Obviously, I'm posting this as a live stream. Obviously, I can see Malik. He has said hi in the comment section. Hi. Obviously, I hope that you are excited if you're a Manchester United fan. If you're not, I don't care. I'm happy as a United fan at this exact moment in time. As I said, Ralf Ragnick, Erik Ten Hag, I feel like moving forward is 100% the correct decision. I personally was terrified that we were going to end up with Pochettino. Look, Pochettino, at a certain point in time, I did want him. Before we got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when we were linked to him after he was sacked from Spurs, I 100% wanted him. But now, looking in hindsight, what has Pochettino really achieved throughout his career? Look, he's a great manager. He took Spurs to a Champions League final. That is actually a major achievement. But I mean, looking at someone like Erik Ten Hag, I mean, he is so highly in demand, where Pochettino, at the moment, it doesn't seem like he's even wanted at PSG, a league where almost every single season they're guaranteed to win. So to get a manager who really seems to know what he's doing, I'm quite excited. And also on top of that, obviously him being an experienced manager at this point, the 52-year-old Dutchman, I feel like he plays a very similar style of football to Manchester United, or at least, should I say, to a style of football that Manchester United want. I mean, obviously, if you look at the players that they have, I mean, no, they don't have the best players in the world, but they know how to make the best of those players. I mean, you look at your Daily Blind, former Manchester United centre-back. He's been brilliant for Ajax over the last few years. You look at someone like Dusan Tadic. He's been brilliant. Broke the record for the most assists in a calendar year last season for Ajax. Sebastian Haller, his whole career rejuvenated. And it'll be interesting to see whether Ten Hag can do something similar for Manchester United, because I think we can all admit something needed to change. I mean, if you think about it, 9 goals conceded this season versus Liverpool alone, 5 goals in the Premier League conceded alone to Mo Salah. Something so desperately needed to change. And I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Are we going to concede 10 goals past Liverpool next season? I highly doubt it. As I said, I think that this is one of the most positive steps Manchester United have done or taken in a very, very long time. I obviously watched the likes of Mark Goldbridge, obviously his opinions on it from the United stand, and I really agree with some of the things he said. Obviously, I mean, he went out and he spoke about the fact that looking at someone like Erik Ten Hag, I mean, he would have been in demand for a team like Liverpool, like Chelsea, like Manchester City, if they got rid of their brilliant managers. So the fact that we got an in-demand manager who, let's be honest, will make a difference at the club, it's one of the most positive things we've seen in a long time. Once again, nothing bad versus Pochettino. Obviously, I mean, we've seen the likes, it's been linked absolutely everywhere, that people like Gary Neville, Michael Owen, Nicky Butt, all of those great former players wanted someone like Pochettino and that they thought he was the right man for the job. I mean, no offense, but shouldn't we have learned from our mistakes with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? They all wanted him. Why are they necessarily correct about everything? Because they played football. Apparently, they know everything about football. Once again, that is not how it works. I mean, I just heard the most bullshit thing of all time from Michael Owen after that Manchester United game when we lost 4-0. He went out and said he was disappointed because Manchester United went into the game with relatively good form, or at least average form. I have no idea where we got that. We went into that Liverpool game after winning versus bottom of the league Norwich, after losing 1-0 to Everton. We were not in good form heading up against Liverpool. So once again, just because someone was a legend for your club does not mean that they're right or that they know best for the club. As I said, Erik Ten Hag has achieved some great things. Once again, you look over social media, what people think of a manager like him. I've heard people say on social media, once again, utter crap, that they don't believe in him, that they don't trust him because Ajax is a smaller team than Manchester United. I mean, where do you gain that from? Where do you gain that from? The Premier League is a bigger league than the Eredivisie. That is 100% true. You could put most Premier League teams maybe in the Eredivisie and they have a good chance of winning the league. But Ajax is not majorly small compared to Manchester United. They are a top team that play and get points from the Champions League on a regular basis. Manchester United don't do that. I mean, at the moment, I'm semi-content with getting a Europa Conference League spot at this point in time. We look at the valuable points that Manchester United have lost as of late. I mean, we've almost been given a top 4 or top 5 spot on a golden platter, on a silver platter. If you think about it, I mean, Arsenal losing really valuable points as of late. Chelsea losing very valuable points. Obviously, Spurs, West Ham, all of them losing points over the last 2 weeks. And then you get Manchester United, who, yes, weren't favourites to win versus Liverpool, but still got absolutely smacked. There's no pride. As Jose Mourinho once said, and I'm sure you've all heard this before, Jose Mourinho spoke about heritage, football heritage in a club, where season after season, Manchester United don't have that. They've gone down season by season by season. There's no improvement when it comes to European or Premier League football. Manchester United have been on a downward slope for the last 9-10 years. And this is definitely the most positive thing that we've seen in the last, I don't know, 9 years of football. Once again, always good to see the love and support in the comment section. So I'm obviously just recording this as a live stream just because I wanted to get my initial thoughts out and I didn't want to go through the whole editing hassle. But also if anyone wanted to comment along with it. But once again, I mean, as I said, it has obviously just been announced about 2-3 hours ago. And as I said, there's absolutely no way I can fault this. I actually have to give a round of applause, a congratulations, if you must, to Manchester United, to the board itself, because this is one of the bravest yet best things they've done in a long time. It's weird. It's surreal as a Manchester United fan to get a new manager, first of all, after all the hassle and pain of the last year or so, but to also get a manager of such caliber. I mean, obviously, as I said, we're not going to get Ten Hag until next season, but that's okay. As I said, we can't salvage what we did this season. Our season is, let's be honest, it is officially over. Look, I think one of the big problems with Ralf Rangnick is I don't understand. We had half a season left. We sacked our manager and you bring in an interim manager. That made no sense to me in the first place because that's essentially giving up halfway through the season. We didn't look for a new manager halfway through the season where we could have salvaged a Champions League spot, where we still could have done something in one of the league cups. At the end of the day, once again, we left things way, way, way too late. But at this point, there's nothing you can do. I've come to the realization as a Manchester United fan, and I probably came to this realization, 2-3 months ago that this season there's nothing to expect from it. We don't have a manager, we don't have anything. Just wait until next season. As I said, I truly believe that we've got a manager who's going to be able to implement the right things. And I think it is so important as a manager now that Manchester United trust him, that they trust his judgment. If he says something bold, if he says something brave, and he says, let's get rid of someone like Bruno Fernandes, which we know we don't want that to happen, we kind of have to trust him. If you're going to appoint someone as a manager after such a long period of time of failure, you have to trust him. If he wants to get rid of Ronaldo, bit strange, but yes, you have to trust his judgment. I think it's going to be really great to see players like Donny van der Beek, for example, under Ten Hag. Obviously, was magnificent under him when he played for Ajax. Obviously, I think we're going to see that trust rebuild, and we're finally going to see him play for Manchester United, unless he would rather go to Everton, which, weirdly enough, I kind of understand that at that point in time. And isn't that quite sad? But obviously, as I said, looking at players like Donny van der Beek finally going to be given a system, obviously with Nemanja Matic leaving as well. But I truly believe something magnificent has to happen under Erik. I mean, things can't get worse. Surely they can't get any worse. And I think getting into the next transfer window, I mean, I've said this for a while now. Our team is so brilliant in terms of the individuals in every single position that we can't say, oh, we just need 2 or 3 more players, because that's definitely not the situation. We've definitely got the manpower. If you think, I mean, yes, Harry Maguire isn't a brilliant centre back. We've learned that under United, but he's still a big name. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was a brilliant player. We've got David De Gea, Paul Pogba, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes. We shouldn't have to buy 2 or 3 more players. But I think this transfer window is going to be so crucial in terms of selling big names, in terms of, I mean, Erik Ten Hag really like saying to Manchester United, I'm the boss, I know what to do. I'm going to get rid of 2 or 3 big names in the squad. And I think that's what we have to do. We almost have to do a purge of players. Paul Pogba not performing, sell him. Get rid of more players that aren't performing, sell them. I mean, if you can make a quick buck, or if you can really start to just show Manchester United who's boss, I think that's the most important thing. As I said, 3-year contract. I mean, I would like a longer one at this stage, but as we know for Manchester United, I mean, let's just take things one step at a time. As we know, I mean, I think David Moyes' contract for United only ended a year or two ago, and we saw how long that was, which, I mean, I've always been a huge fan of that meme of if David Moyes if David Moyes had never played for Manchester United or never managed Manchester United, that he would be linked to the job. I've always enjoyed that quite a bit. But yeah, as I said, quite an exciting time to be a Manchester United fan. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below, if you're watching this as a pre-recorded video on YouTube, what do you think of the appointment? Do you think he will change this Manchester United thing? Do you think this Manchester United team, do you think things will finally change? I've said this for a long time, but something is so fundamentally wrong. We need a leader. We need a captain, for example. We don't need a favorite. I mean, I've always thought this. Harry Maguire has never proven leadership once in his career, in my opinion. Why on earth would he be in charge or be capable to manage one of the biggest clubs in world football? Who thought that was a good idea? I think Erik Ten Hag is going to change some fundamental things. As I said, he's going to get rid of players that aren't benefiting the club, that have huge wage bills, like Paul Pogba. And he's also going to play players that have proven themselves, that have proven to be good players, like a Jesse Lingard, like your Donny van der Beek. He's going to give them chances. But he's also going to figure out our leadership problem, which I think might be one of the most crucial problems that need to be fixed. He's going to put forward a captain that we can truly trust, or he's going to buy a captain, because to be honest, I think we've got very few players that I would actually name as captain at this point in time. We've got very few leaders in the squad, and that does really scare me. But as I said, ladies and gentlemen, that is essentially the end of this live stream. As I said, absolutely gigantic announcement from Manchester United, and it excites me. I am excited, and it's been a while since I've said this, so I'm sorry if my voice cracks or anything, because I need to warm it up from not saying this in quite a while. But I am excited as a Manchester United fan. I believe things will improve moving forward. Boy, have I said that in the past before, and boy, has it backfired. But I believe this is the time to change. Ladies and gentlemen, I am excited. We've got Erik Ten Hag. I believe this will make a difference. As I said, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. But this has been fun. FYNN. Subscribe, like, all of the good stuff. I mean, this channel has been growing massively over the last 2 or so weeks. So obviously, any kind of support would always be appreciated. Guys, this has been fun. Oh, wait, I see I've got a comment before I end up leaving it. 3 points, Van Gaal, Blind, Donny, all failed under the entitled Glory Hunter fan base at United. Obese wage native players like Luke Shaw, Maguire won't move on easily. Seafield Jones, Glory Hunters aren't patient. Well, yeah, once again, yeah, things take time. Things do take time. Yeah, Louis Van Gaal, blind on you, da 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 da. Yeah, I believe I've covered everything there. Yeah, essentially, things take time. Things take time, and I believe under Erik Ten Hag, things will change. Maybe it'll take a season or two. But yeah, I believe things will change. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Finn, FY, double N. Until next time, cheers.